You never touched the product, never met a customer, never left your room. The business ran itself. So did your isolation. The profit margins were excellent. The margin for error was zero. The setup was perfect. Supplier in China, customer in Ohio, you in the middle, invisible. A frictionless transaction. No warehouse, no inventory, no human contact. Just you, the laptop, and the relentless refresh of the order notification sound. It started as freedom. Work from anywhere. Be your own boss. Passive income. The dream. You built the store in 3 days. Product descriptions copied from AliExpress. Prices marked up 300%. Facebook ads running by day 4. The first sale came at 2:47 a.m. You were awake. You were always awake. The notification sound became your heartbeat. Ding. Order placed. Ding. Payment received. Ding. Forwarded to supplier. The loop was automatic. You were just the router. Month 1, you made $2,000. Month 2, $8,000. Month 3, you stopped counting money and started counting hours since you last spoke to another human being. The number kept growing. The money kept growing. You couldn't tell which one mattered anymore. The apartment became the office. The office became the world. Groceries arrived via Instacart, meals via DoorDash, human interaction via tracking number. The delivery drivers stopped knocking. They knew you wouldn't answer. They left everything at the door. You waited until their footsteps faded before you opened it. Your friends stopped texting. You stopped noticing. The group chat moved on without you. They made plans. You made sales. They asked if you were okay. You sent a thumbs up emoji. They stopped asking. The business scaled beautifully. You hired a virtual assistant in the Philippines. You never met them, never heard their voice, just Slack messages and task updates. They handled customer service. You handled nothing. The system handled you. Your sleep schedule dissolved. There was no night shift. There was no day shift. There was just the shift. Orders came from 12 time zones. You responded to all of them. The laptop never closed. Your eyes never fully opened. Somewhere between awake and asleep, you found a third state. Operational. The profit margins were incredible. 68% on some products. The isolation margins were worse. 100% on all products. You traded every human connection for points on a profit graph. The graph went up. Everything else went down. You started talking to yourself. Then you started answering. Then you realized you couldn't remember the last time you heard your own voice out loud. You tried to speak. Your throat had forgotten the mechanics. The sound that came out didn't sound like you. It sounded like a notification. Flat, digital, automatic. The customer complaints started. Wrong product, late shipping, damaged goods. You copy-pasted apologies, offered refunds. The virtual assistant handled it. You handled nothing. The customers wanted to speak to a real person. You were a real person. You just couldn't prove it anymore. Your parents called. You let it go to voicemail. They left a message. You listened to it 3 weeks later. They were worried. You texted back that you were fine. You were making great money. You were your own boss. You were living the dream. They asked when you'd visit. You said soon. Soon became never. Never became normal. The ads kept running. The orders kept coming. The supplier kept shipping. The customers kept buying. The loop was perfect, closed, self-sustaining. You were the least essential part of your own business. You could disappear and nothing would change. So you did. Not physically. Worse. You disappeared while staying exactly where you were. Month 12, you hit 6 figures. You celebrated alone. A single beer. Warm. Flat. You toasted to the empty room. The room didn't toast back. You didn't expect it to. Expectations had become another thing you'd automated away. The mirror became a stranger. The face looking back had forgotten how to make expressions. The muscles had atrophied. Smile, frown, surprise, all gone. Just the default state. Screen glow. Dead eyes. Operational. You tried to stop once. Paused the ads. Closed the laptop. Sat in silence. The silence was louder than the notification sounds. It screamed. You reopened the laptop in 47 minutes. The ads resumed. The silence died. You died a little more. Phantom entrepreneur syndrome. That's what the case studies call it. The condition where the business becomes real and the entrepreneur becomes the ghost. You haunt your own success. You profit from your own absence. The customers never see you. The suppliers never meet you. You never encounter yourself. Year 2, the revenue doubled, your weight dropped, your social skills vanished, your ability to maintain eye contact became theoretical, the business thrived, you became a variable in your own equation. Reducible, eliminable, optional. They found your store still running, orders processing, ads optimizing, virtual assistant responding, everything operational. You hadn't touched it in 6 days. You'd forgotten you didn't need to. The automation was complete. You'd successfully built a machine that didn't require you. The profit margins stayed excellent. The room stayed empty. The notifications kept dinging. You kept not existing. The business ran itself. So did your disappearance. You never touched the product. You never met a customer. You never left your room.